Hello everyone, today I want to share something that has made a huge difference in my life: how to speak English confidently. Learning English changed everything for me. It gave me opportunities, helped me connect with people from all over the world, and allowed me to dream bigger than ever before. But when I first started, I was nervous. My vocabulary was limited, and my accent sounded so different. Yet, I didn't let fear stop me. Step by step, I improved. Just like learning to ride a bike, you fall sometimes, but you get back up again. I know some of you might feel the same way. Maybe you're afraid to speak because you think you'll make mistakes or that others will judge you. But here's the truth: making mistakes is part of learning. If we never try, we'll never grow. Speaking English is like swimming. At first, the water feels deep, and you might hesitate to jump in. But once you take that first step, it gets easier. The more you practice, the more comfortable you become. One of the best ways to improve your English is through listening. When you listen to English regularly, your ears adjust to the sounds, rhythms, and patterns of the language. You pick up new phrases without even realizing it. Think of it like music: the more you hear it, the more familiar it becomes. Another great tip is to practice speaking as much as possible. Talk to friends, join online groups, or even talk to yourself. Yes, talking to yourself in English can feel strange at first, but it works. Pretend you're having conversations, ask yourself questions, and answer them out loud. Over time, you'll notice how much better you've become. Don't worry if you don't know many words yet. You don't need fancy vocabulary to communicate well. Simple words are enough to express yourself. Focus on saying what you mean, even if it's not perfect. People will understand you, and as you keep practicing, your vocabulary will naturally expand. When I began learning, I worried about being laughed at. But then I realized that staying silent wouldn't help me improve. So, I spoke anyway, and guess what? Most people were kind and supportive. They encouraged me instead of judging me. Reading aloud is another powerful tool. When you read in English, your brain gets used to seeing and pronouncing words correctly. It's like exercising a muscle: the more you do it, the stronger it gets. And don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't know how to say something, it's okay to ask someone. We all need guidance sometimes, and asking questions is how we learn. Here's an important reminder: believe in yourself. If you tell yourself, "I can't do this," it'll be harder to succeed. But if you say, "I can learn this," you'll see progress. Learning English isn't about perfection, it's about taking small steps every day. Imagine climbing a mountain. You don't reach the top in one giant leap, you take one small step after another. Before you know it, you've reached your goal. It's the same with English. Start today, speak as much as you can, and don't worry about being perfect. Just keep going. Remember, learning English is like planting a seed. You nurture it daily, and slowly but surely, it grows into something strong and beautiful. One day, you'll look back and feel proud of how far you've come. The most important thing isn't how fast you learn, it's that you never give up. Keep trying, keep speaking, and soon you'll be able to say, "I did it." When I first tried having a full conversation in English, I was terrified. My heart was racing, my hands were sweaty, and my voice shook. But I did it anyway. Even though I made mistakes, I felt proud because I took action. Speaking English isn't about being flawless, it's about being brave. Every time you speak, you're one step closer to fluency. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Watching movies and TV shows in English also helped me a lot. At first, I didn't understand much, but I kept watching. I paid attention to how people express themselves, not just their words, but their tone, gestures, and emotions. Language is more than grammar and vocabulary, it's about connecting with others. Smile when you're happy, frown when you're confused, and use your hands to express yourself. Let your personality shine through. Sometimes, you might feel stuck or frustrated. That's normal. Learning a language is like climbing a hill. Some days you move quickly, while other days it feels slow. But even on the tough days, remember that you're still moving forward. Setting small goals helped me stay motivated. For example, one day I focused on learning 5 new words, and the next day I practiced pronunciation. Celebrate every little victory, whether it's learning a new phrase or having a short conversation in English. Keeping a journal in English was another game changer for me. Every night, I wrote a few sentences about my day. It didn't have to be long, even 1 or 2 lines helped. Writing forced me to think in English, and over time, my sentences became clearer and more natural. Try thinking in English too. At first, you might translate from your native language, but gradually, you'll start thinking directly in English. It's like learning to dance, you focus on each step at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Finding friends who wanted to practice English with me was incredibly helpful. We'd meet for coffee and only speak English. At first, it felt awkward because none of us were fluent, but soon it became fun. We learned together, laughed at our mistakes, and supported each other. You can do the same, find a friend or group to practice with. Don't be afraid to talk to native speakers either. Most of them are patient and understanding. If they correct you, see it as a chance to learn. There will be moments when you feel discouraged, but don't give up. Remember why you started learning English in the first place. Whether it's to travel, advance your career, or simply challenge yourself, hold on to that vision. English is a bridge that connects people from different cultures and backgrounds. It opens doors to new experiences, friendships, and opportunities. Be kind to yourself throughout this journey. Learning a language takes time and effort, and you're doing amazing. If you make a mistake, don't criticize yourself. Instead, remind yourself that you're improving every day. There will be moments when you surprise yourself, understanding a difficult conversation or speaking without overthinking. Those moments prove how far you've come. As I stand here today, speaking English confidently, I want you to know that I was once in your shoes. I was scared, I made mistakes, and there were times when I wanted to quit. But I didn't, and neither should you. This journey may be long, but it's worth every step. With every word you learn and every sentence you speak, you're creating a brighter future for yourself. So, keep speaking, keep learning, and never lose faith in your ability to succeed. One day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. And on that day, you'll smile and say, I did it. Thank you for listening.